Apple Watch has been on the market for a few months now, and we're starting to see an influx from third-party vendors making tons of accessories, whether it be watch bands, protective cases, screen protectors, whatever the case may be. We're also starting to see an influx of charging stands for the Apple Watch. I actually went out yesterday and picked up a Griffin WatchStand charging dock for my Apple Watch to sit on my nightstand. So let's take a look at what you get in this box. We'll talk about why I chose this specific charging stand in this episode of Geek with Glasses. And for those of you who are wondering, I'm going to have a link to a vlog to explain that. All right, let's dive into the Griffin WatchStand charging dock made specifically for Apple Watch. Their claim is effortless charging for your Apple Watch, and then French saying effortless charging for your Apple Watch. Cable not included. You got that with your Apple Watch, so you don't get that with this specific device. Flip it over onto the back, and you can see specifically meant to charge your Apple Watch, and you're going to wind that cable up on the inside, so you know the Apple Watch comes with that really, really long cable. This helps you do a little bit of management. It's got a weighted bottom, and it's got a nice little divot, if you will, or a little lip, so that you can actually put your iPhone on it to do the charging. So let's jump in. Just so you know, pick this up down at a local brick and mortar, and interesting, that was already opened. I didn't even need to cut that. This retails for $30, $29.99. Didn't look for it online. Just picked it up at the local brick and mortar. I'm not sure if you can get it any cheaper. It's a relatively new product, so I don't imagine that you're going to get it much cheaper than $30. But let's see what we get in the box, and we'll talk about exactly why I chose this specific charging stand. So we've got the neck and the cable management system, and I should have brought my charging cable down. Actually, I think I'm going to pause this video and go get that. Ooh, that is actually very weighted. This seems like it was an open product. I'm not happy about that. This seems like it was returned. All right, well, we'll take a look at that and figure out whether or not I'm missing anything, but this is definitely not a brand new product. This was a restocked product that was put back on the shelf at the brick and mortar. Anyways, I'm going to pause this, go grab the cable, and I'll get right back to you. All right, now that I have got my cable, let's jump back into this. So we've got three components here of the stand, and what we have is a base, and this is very weighted. It's got a nice rubber bottom to it, so it's going to be pretty much non-skid on the surface, and it's got a nice little weight, so you're not going to knock it over very much. Designed in Nashville, Tennessee, made in China. Anyways, the base goes there. You've got this neck, which slides up and down, which is going to conceal your cord. Actually, I got that in backwards. So that'll slip on there, and then this will stand very simply right there. So as I'm looking at this, I might be taking this back because this thing looks chewed up. But then again, I'm gonna put the charging puck in there, and I'll probably never see that again. So let's go ahead and do exactly that. So the way this works is we will feed your charging cable down through the neck here. And I can understand the frustration in getting this, but you only got to do this once, right? Alrighty, then we'll feed our cable through and slide the neck back on, securing that. So we have this much cable sticking out the bottom. We'll stick that through the bottom of this, and boom, charging stand. All right, so the cord does come out the back nice and easy, and we have a charging stand. You can see we've got the Griffin logo on the front here, and we've got this little lip where we can set our phone to charge at night. Once you have your phone sitting there, you can place the phone or the watch vertically, and it'll begin to charge. But the cool part about this specific stand, and one of the main reasons that I bought it, I'm running watchOS 2. The watch has its little nightstand clock function. If you put the watch sideways, it becomes a little watch. Not a watch, but it becomes a clock, and you can set an alarm. And this is an excellent display for me. I'm going to get rid of this big bulky thing that I've got sitting on my nightstand. And one of the things that I've noticed since I've been using this is the watch face, the clock face definitely goes away after a period of time, like you see. But all it takes is a very light tap on the table or the desk or the nightstand, and it'll come back on. So you don't have this light illuminating all the time, but when you want to know what time it is, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you want to know what time it is, I just reach over and literally I just kind of tap the side of the table that it stands on, and it comes back on and lets you know what time it is. So that is one of the main reasons that I purchased this specific stand, is the fact that it's one of the few that allows both a vertical or a landscape charging option, depending on how you plan to use it. If you want to use that watchOS 2 functionality, and I think we're going to see a lot more devices that have that sideways functionality, a lot more charging stations that have that sideways functionality as watchOS 2 becomes more prevalent. But there you go. There you have it. That is the Griffin watch stand. It is a charging watch stand, obviously. I'll put the box over here. You pick these up for about 30 bucks, and that's about it. Thanks for watching this episode. As always, like, subscribe, hit us up on Facebook, do all those wonderful, cool social networking things. And as I mentioned earlier, I just started a new vlog, which you will see in and on this channel. Go check that out. It's called A Geek Vlogs, and I just posted episode number 1, which is a little bit long-winded, but then again, I'm a long-winded kind of guy. Because I've got a lot of information that I wanted to put out there about what the vlog is for, why I'm doing it, and a couple of projects that I'm working on. So please check that out, and I will actually have a link down below to that in this video. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next video.